want to jump on. Awesome. Hi, Nadia. Beautiful pregnant mama. Awesome. So I'll just share my screen and start us off because it's a couple minutes past 8. But thank you for jumping on to my first mum webinar. I have done one when I was pregnant, but that's not really counted. So I am just a new mum, 6 weeks in fact, and I'm definitely living the life. Haven't washed my hair in a week and got vomit down my top, but you know, that's all part of it. We love it. Little Mackenzie was brought into the world, yeah, like I said, 6 weeks ago now, and I'm loving every minute of mum life, even, you know, the hard times, but mostly good. So yeah, I'm loving it so far. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Isagenix and being a mum and how it can help us and how it's helped me in my life when I've been pregnant and also as a mum so far. So we'll get right into it. I can press. Okay, perfect. So like I said, we'll be using, we're talking about the Isagenix products. And, you know, if you've heard about it before, you may have, you know, you might be surprised with what you hear today because it works so well in my lifestyle and so many others. So I'm excited to share with you today. So I started using Isagenix 4 years ago now. I actually started using the products for performance and energy purposes. I was low in energy and I was quite struggling with my performance and I was training a lot. I just wasn't getting where I wanted to be. Isagenix helped me so much with that. As you can see on the left there, I ended up making teams. And yeah, I just felt the difference from the great nutrition in my body straight away, just with all parts of life. I then got pregnant and I was using the products, most of the products throughout that time. Some you can't use just because of some of the herbs involved with them, but some of the core products you can use, and they really helped me with my pregnancy. I was walking every day, I was feeling really good, and it was just, you know, when you get a bit ravenous, it was great to be able to grab the Isagenix products quick and easy. Talk about convenience soon, but then I used the products during giving birth, some of the electrolyte drinks. Calvin was even rubbing my back with one of the shakers for Isagenix, which is insane. But for 24 hours, he was rubbing my back with it. So, so many purposes with the products. And then for the last 6 weeks, just having the products to nourish myself while breastfeeding. Little Mackenzie has been just awesome. Being able to grab and go and just be full, you know, when it's hard to sit down and cook a meal. So that's me, that's my story. I am ISA obsessed and I love it so much. So, and you'll hear some other stories tonight about some other women and mums who absolutely love these products. So what is Isagenix? Isagenix is a lifestyle, it's nutrition, it's community, and an opportunity as well. It can really be whatever anyone wants it to be, and you can use it however you want. So they definitely create ease in mum life. Yes, we eat other food. Some people ask if we eat other food. I like to, you know, you can have anything alongside of Isagenix. Healthy food is recommended, but so is chocolate. I've become addicted to chocolate, so yeah, that's definitely a hashtag mum life. And also, while using the products, we also recommend exercising. You know, that getting out, like as a mum, getting out, getting that fresh air. It's just so great for, you know, your mental and physical health. So it's really important for mums to look after themselves. because as we all know, that if you're looking after yourself, then you can give so much more to your kids and, you know, your whole family. So what you get out is different. What you put in is definitely what you're going to get out. So the first benefit that I want to talk about is in mum life is how bloody convenient Isagenix is. So I looked up the definition of convenience, and it's the state of being able to proceed with something without difficulty. And that's definitely what Isagenix is. Cooking a meal can be difficult sometimes, and just even being able to sit down and eat it. But, you know, with the shakes, being able to whip that up in 1 minute, having the bars and snacks and just having them beside you if you're feeding, or, you know, if you're on the go with other toddlers, then it's awesome. Yeah, so as we all know that, you know, washing, meals, housework, showering, you know, romance, looking after animals can be hard, so it's great to have the convenience. I see it as a meal delivery service. You know, there's the dinners that people get, what are those called, like those healthy dinners that people get delivered. And, you know, I know a lot of mums use that, but with Isagenix, it can be used for, I think, breakfast, lunch and snacks as well. So yeah, I see it as a meal delivery service straight to your door. So that is awesome. With Isagenix, it has the best nutritional value that I have seen. I'm probably a little bit biased, but I have done a bit of research on this, and there's definitely nothing else in the market. This is not your average shake. As you can read there, I'm not going to read everything out to you, but as you can see all the benefits there, every batch has 240 nutrients. Your body needs 90 in one meal, so Isagenix is providing you with everything your body needs. It's the equivalent to 3 to 5 plates of organic food. So as you can see there, all the benefits of the shake, and it's so filling. That's what I love about it. It tastes delicious. And so it's just in a liquid form as your body digests that well. And yeah, that's why people feel so good, and that's why I feel so good after I have these shakes. So why is it important to have great nutrition? So some of the choices that you make, this is just as a mum, when you're pregnant, profoundly influence positive fetal and maternal outcomes. It's not the time for weight loss. So if you are breastfeeding or pregnant, we don't use Isagenix for weight loss. Some people do use it, you know, do see Isagenix the weight loss system, and people can get that as an effect, but it is really just putting good nutrition in. And some people, you know, some people's outcome is that they do lose that weight. But when you're, you know, breastfeeding or pregnant, it's not the time to think about that. It's just the time to think about growing your baby and milk supply and eating enough calories to really sustain you. And it's important to eat that nutritional packed foods. It's also great for reducing acidity. I know that I really struggled with acidity levels before Isagenix, and it's really helped me with that. And I know that can really help with pregnancy and afterwards as well with acid reflux. I know it's quite a big issue with mums and babies. So yeah, I know that having that good nutrition can really help with that. That graph down there just shows, you know, the acidity and alkaline levels and how you want a neutral pH level in your body. So if you don't care about that stuff, if you don't care really about, you know, the nutrients and what you're putting in your body, something else I love about Isagenix is it's delicious, fills you up, makes you feel great. It's flexible. You can add like oats and fruits and cereal if you want. If you can't get past, you know, not having that in the morning, I love having it with my shake, and I'm so hungry at the moment breastfeeding, so I just put in lots of oats, and it's delicious. And did I mention quick and easy? So now we're going to have a few of my beautiful mama friends telling their stories with Isagenix. So Vicky, are you there? I know she's
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Awesome. Hi, Vicky.
Hello. Let's finish my mouthful. So what happens when you're mum? You have to eat cold food when they bring it home. Cool. So I'm Vicky. I started Isagenix purely from the nutrition. About June last year, I was in the search for something to add more protein into my body. So it was purely the protein I wanted. So I was breastfeeding baby number 3. She was 5 months at the time. With my second baby, I had delayed postnatal depression, and my diet consist of nothing. I fed him for about 15 months. So I just thought, this one now was my last baby. I want to be able to put as much nutrition in my body as I could purely for the breastfeeding. That was the whole reason. So I looked out there to find out just what was out there, because there was only so much tuna and almonds that you can eat. And cottage cheese. And so I did a lot of research. I had a look at all these protein shakes, and the reason I went with Isagenix is because it had higher calories, it was filling, and it was yummy. So I also, and the fact that there's these like little protein bars that were like chocolate bars that I had as well. So obviously I couldn't do a whole heap with breastfeeding, but my breakfast would normally consist of an espresso, actually 2 espressos, and make into a long black. So I top it up with hot water, and I'd have that straight after would feed Maddie first thing in the morning. If I did eat, it was normally leftovers of cut up bits of fruit that couldn't fit in the kids' lunch boxes. Other than that, that was it. Coffee made me happy. So when I started, I would have 2 or 3 shakes sometimes a day. So I added breakfast into my diet. I added berries, I added peanut butter, I added everything just to chuck more calories in. I never went hungry. It was purely the nutrition. I never expected to feel like I did. So day 3 for me, it's like the bloating in my tummy just started disappearing. And I was just like, what's going on? I even turned to my husband, I said, oh, it feels like my insides have had a shower. And he looked at me, I'm like, what? And I'm like, I probably need to find a different sentence. But it literally felt like my insides were just nice and clean, but not like I've just had a clear out clean. I've always sort of felt like bloated kind of thing. And it was just, it disappeared. So, as Vanessa mentioned, with it's not good to be trying to lose weight and everything, but I actually did. So I was eating more. So I actually added more into my diet, and so adding the shakes and to what I was already doing, and I lost weight. I lost centimeters. I tracked it all, and I thought, holy crap, what is this? How can I actually put more into my body, and actually be feeling amazing and starting to lose centimeters? So I'm just trying to think how long. I got to the point where I was just feeling so good as well. It's almost like as the weeks went by, I just felt really good on the inside. And everybody who's seen, I guess, my journey as well, it just appears on the outside. I was, beforehand, having 3 kids and having to run a business, life's just crazy. And body image or self-esteem or just having energy or just being able to think properly, that just didn't exist. And I didn't actually think that I could actually feel better now than I think I even did in my 20s, even about my body. So 6 months while breastfeeding, I lost 12 kgs effortlessly, absolutely effortlessly, by putting the amazing nutrition in my body. The sugar cravings, because I was up when I breastfeed my second and my third baby, I would be up at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the dot. And I don't know, I'm sure they just like spoke to each other somehow. I'm like, okay, we're going to time it. So I was like mentally and emotionally just drained. Like, I can see why they have torture. They stop you from sleeping is torture. So I was addicted to sugar. My sugar cravings disappeared, and I truly believe the amazing nutrition in these shakes, it fills those gaps that I know I'm not getting elsewhere. So that's, yeah, there will not be one day that I don't put these shakes in my body. And for me, it's the nutrition, purely the nutrition. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's me.
So cool.
Sorry, going on and on.
No, it's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And it's crazy how you put more into your body and you're eating more and you lose weight.
Yeah.
I think that
it's
a lot
it's like it aligns you or something.
Yeah, and a lot of mums and other people, you know, when I coach them through just helping them through using Isagenix, I say quite consistently, eat more. You know, quite often that's the issue, not having breakfast or something. So no, thank you so much for sharing your story, Vicky. That is brilliant. Thank you for dinner.
I'll eat.
Thanks. Awesome. And now we have Chels, who a beautiful mum of 2 crazy boys in the middle there, who is going to tell the story today. Thanks, Chels.
Thanks. Yeah, well, actually, I've just put them to bed. We've just been to circuit tonight, so they were quite little characters tonight. But yeah, so pretty much with my journey, before I started, I was actually quite tired all the time and just had no motivation, and I actually was quite grumpy. Like, I had the shortest fuse, and because my husband works away, so I'm just super mum with 2 little boys. Must have been, I think I first started Isagenix, I think when Jet was like just after, he must have been about 12 months. And before that, I was such a junk food eater. I'd hardly sleep, wake up to the kids. They would go to Kohanga for the day, so I'd pick their lunch and everything, drop them off at Kohanga. On the way back home, I'd call into like the dairy and get like some chicken and chips, lollies, a V, and that's like my breakfast. I was just always quite run down, but to look at it now, how much shit I was putting in my body, just because it was convenient. Go to the dairy, get some hot chips, a V, have a drink, have a swig in that. I just lost control of, to me, myself, really, because I just didn't have that awesome, happy mum life that I thought, having babies is so cool. And, you can be all happy and all sleep well and, so when I incorporated the system 3 years ago, I just needed to get into a routine of like having breakfast with the boys. So I'd have my shake, and then when they would go to Kohanga now, when they would go to Kohanga, I'd come home and either have another shake or some snacks. Just the convenience of the system for me helped me. Yeah, I suppose actually, Vicky, like you realign. It just made me feel more at present with myself. And then I think I might have been about day 2, and I actually remembered I just had so much energy because I didn't have that beforehand. Like, I'd usually come home, like before, have all my junk food, then go for a sleep, and then pretty much wake back up and then have go down and pick the boys up and then go buy them some hot chips and that too, and then we'd do it all over again for lunch or for when they're home for afternoon. So yeah, starting the system I dropped so much centimeters in kilos, about 16 kilos, and then just maintained that, and then mixed it up for what goals I had later down the track. Yeah, it was just really just easy, and still now to this day, my boys actually have, they call them milkshakes for breakfast. Jetty Boy's definitely a strawberry man. So he's looking forward to trying the Isa Kids ones out that I'll get from Scott in the weekend. Yeah, it's just easy. Like, you don't have to, like, it takes the guesswork of like, shit, what am I putting in my body? Like, oh, yep, sweet. All the nutrition's there, all the traces of the vitamins and the minerals in the shakes, and I know I'm getting it all rounder pretty much from having my 2 shakes a day and the odd cleanse days.
Yeah. Wink.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Charles was so with Isagenix, you can either use the products individually or you can use it the whole system. And if you're not pregnant or breastfeeding, you can use the whole system, which Charles started doing, and that's how she started Isagenix and continues to use it and incorporate into her life. And that's so cool. And it's so cool how the boys can have that nutrition as well. You know, it's awesome. I bet they really, you know, benefit from it. So that's so cool.
They have their own shake canisters a month. So Jetty Boy gets strawberry, and Kobe's actually into the berries, but he chops and changes.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's awesome. No, thank you so much, Charles. I love your story. Thank you so much for sharing today. So relatable. Hot chips, love them. Awesome. So here we have some of the mums whose transformations they have had. Sorry, that wasn't very good English. Some mums who have had some awesome transformations. And as you can see there, I'll let you guys just have a wee look. Most of these people I know personally. Most of them are 16-week challenges that they've done. So we do IsaBody 16-week challenge with Isagenix, and the benefits are wicked in the community. We have an awesome community that people can be a part of on Facebook or events or just everywhere. So pretty cool. So some of the products, like I mentioned, the individual products that you can have while breastfeeding or pregnant are the shakes. So we have multiple flavors there, all delicious. Everyone has a different favorite. I know that. And then there's dairy-free options as well, which I can put up there. There's the vitamins, the Isa Omegas, which I take. There's the Hydrate electrolyte drink, so it's without the sugars that, say, something like Powerade has. There's the really convenient snacks like bars, little crackers, whey thins, biscuits, and fiber snacks. So, you know, they keep everything moving, which is awesome. The bars are great. They're actually really filling because they've got like about 18 grams of protein as well. So they're awesome. Everything has a different benefit. I love this. I use the coconut oil quite often for myself, for my skin, and when I was pregnant on my stomach and stuff, and also great for your baby's skin. I know a lot of mums use the coconut oil just for massage or even just like a rash cream for your baby as well. So that's pretty cool. I use the essential oils every day. And the diffuser every night as well, put lavender on in the baby room. I use, the different essential oils for all different purposes, like cleaning without, you know, the chemicals. I put them with the baby clothes and stuff. And tea tree, lavender. There's so many there that you can benefit from. So I actually put this in the hospital when I was gave birth as well, and I didn't have painkillers. I just had the essential oils and just like smelled them. But I don't know if it worked, but it worked for me. So it was awesome. And like I mentioned, once you've finished with the breastfeeding and pregnancy, then you can use all of these other products that have the most amazing benefits. I miss quite a lot of these products because I've been using them for 3 years and I couldn't anymore, which, oh, damn it. But I just tell myself that I have the rest of my life to use these products, so it's all good. Part of the other part of the nutritional system with Isagenix is a cleanse day, intermittent fasting day, which is where you're pretty much giving your body a shower on the inside. It's not one that you sit on the toilet, a fast or anything like that, but it's just a gentle cellular cleanse, which can really help you benefit in all different kinds of ways. We have the adaptogen range, which is really good for energy and stress. We have the performance range, which I'm really passionate about. Like I mentioned, I used this a lot at the start of my journey and before I was pregnant. And the greens as well are awesome. So you can put these in shakes, and they have 30 vegetables, herbs, and botanicals in this one little sachet. So, and then of course healthy chocolate with green tea extract. So it's pretty awesome if you have those cravings. Oh, and also we have the vitamins as well. Some of these science behind these vitamins won the Nobel Prize, so you can check that out in your own time. Cool. So these products are vigorously tested for quality and purity by scientists, nutritionists, everything. So they're all safe and good to use. But why take our word for it? You know, I'm a true believer in you just don't know until you try. So I always say to people, you know, just let your body do the talking. It'll tell you whether it's good or bad for you. So, yeah. And also with Isagenix, like I mentioned at the very start, there's also opportunity attached. So I believe it's perfect for mums and people with, you know, just in mum life. It's a way to create an additional income for your family. And this is just if you want to. So some people just use the product. I have to mention that. Some people just enjoy using products, but others love to share the results that they've got and just their story. It's a referral-based system. And so other people, you know, your next door neighbour, yourself, can really earn an income from them. So instead of, you know, paying for marketing and even, you know, having those famous ambassadors like, say, Richard McCaw, how the company has to pay them thousands or millions to promote a product, Isagenix doesn't do that. They pay the people that use the products and get results from it and share it with others. So I think that's pretty damn cool. So why would you want to have an online business? For me, it's the freedom of choice, and for other mums, it's the freedom of choice as well. So, you know, some mums don't want to go back to work after having a baby, and you know, with having an online business, then that can benefit them. It is work; it does take work, so I just have to add that in there. But you know, it is a possibility for people. So, you know, even if people do want to go back to work, they love their jobs, it's a way to earn a bit of extra money on the side. You know, it could be for yourself or for a holiday, anything. And so here are some of the benefits down on the screen of why you'd want to have an online business. And you can read those as well. Residual or recurring income is one of the coolest things about Isagenix. I won't go into that today, but ask the person who invited you onto the webinar and they can tell you more about the online opportunity with Isagenix. So if this talk and the stories have interest you and you know you'd love to give it a go, how do you start? So have a think about, you know, the goals that you want. You know, it might be energy or just getting that good nutrition in. You know, might be the weight loss, it might be, you know, anything really. It might be performance, just something that resonated with you. Think about those goals that you have. Decide on your budget, you know, what you want to spend, because we can work with you in your budget, and try and put the products in with, you know, what you'd like to spend. And remember, it is a substitute for what you're already spending on food and drink, which is awesome. So you can spend the same amount if you want, or you can spend less maybe. So talk to the person who invited you today to open an account. It's like an online supermarket, like I mentioned before, which is awesome and so convenient, all online, which is perfect. And like I mentioned, the community and support that you get with Isagenix, and the person that gets you started, and just the whole general community, really wants to see you succeed and help you with any goals that you may have. It's such a positive, uplifting community that I love bringing my family up into, and would never stop. So thanks, guys, for jumping on tonight. I know that it can be an awkward time sometimes at 8 o'clock with your families, but thank you for jumping on. Love you lots. Thank you to our awesome sharers, and see you next time. Bye.